Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So, I've had people asking me to put videos up of this particular game. I guess they want to see me play it because this is what I do for a real world job. So, they actually asked me to play Euro Truck Sim, but I refused to buy that game because I have this one and I don't really care much for European trucks. So we're gonna, I guess, play this a little bit and see how it goes. There's many things I don't like about this game because they're not realistic as they should be, I guess. When I look for games, especially simulators, I look for the most realism possible, and I don't know, there's just something about this game. It's not all correct, and just the way that you have visibility is much different than you do in the real truck. So yep, I started a new profile. I don't. It's been a while since I played this game, so I don't remember where I was at in my old one. So I just started a new one for this series. It might be one time. It might be a continuing thing. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. So we've got the first job that they give you by default. Starting location is Bend, Oregon, for my company. So I guess we'll just get started and see how it goes. We're taking this load here in town. It's a local delivery. Going somewhere here in town. I guess I could look and see what my job is. Maybe. Okay, up here. Office supplies from Bend to Bend. So yeah, let's get started. And it doesn't appear that the game sounds are coming through, so I might have to look at that. Give me 1 second. Alright, now we have game sounds, but now they're awfully loud. So let's see if I can help that out a little bit. Nope, still seem to be pretty loud. Okay, hopefully that's better. Like I said, this is the first time I'm trying to put this on stream, so bear with me trying to get everything set up. We'll see how it goes. Alright, now let's see if we can get started. The only reason I'm using the automatic transmission is because I do not have... And of course I went and pulled out the wrong way to start with. Starting off very well here. Anyway, the reason I'm using the automatic is because I don't have a shifter. Maybe sometime in the future I'll get one. But yeah, I was sent home from work early tonight because of the snowstorm that they're calling for, which has yet to start, by the way. But, I don't like that this truck doesn't have any convex mirrors on the bottom. I don't know that I've ever seen a truck, real world, that does not have that. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to tweak the brakes. They're way too strong. Let's see. Parking difficulty. Guild parking, of course. Navigation mode, that's fine. Let's see. Transmissions, real automatic, steerings, auto center. No, we don't want that. Braking intensity, turn that way down. Turn the stability down a little bit. Advanced trailer coupling. Nah, we're not gonna have a speed limiter. No auto retarder. No auto engine brake. No. 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 Yes, we want the air brake simulation. Realistic fuel consumption. Three miles per hour is fine. Don't automatically turn off the blinker. That's not a real thing. No, we don't want to rotate the camera with the steering wheel. Alright, that 24-hour clock, yes. Miles, pounds, Fahrenheit, gallons. Okay, hopefully that'll be better. Okay, brakes feel much better already. That is a terrible place to put that sign, but also very realistic. They do that all the time. I don't have currently any mods installed. I have played around with some in the past, but for this, I just left them all disabled. Because, like I said, it's been a long time since I've played this game, so I don't know what's still going to be compatible and what's not. I might have to take a look at that. See what I can still use and what I can't. It would also be nice if I still had my track IR, which I used to have, but I don't anymore. It got misplaced in a move. The scenery overall is pretty good in this game. I will give them that. The thing I don't like really is that the size of the cities. They are just very small. Not as far as the roads themselves. The roads, that's another thing that I don't care too much about in this game, is the roads are all plenty big enough, which is not always the case. And like when you're driving through a major city in this game, the physical size of the city from one end to the other is very small. Yep, past the point of no return, we're going through. I don't care if they like it or not. And I will, a lot of times, I'll pop that mirror up when I'm playing, just so I can see it without having to use the mouse to look over there. But if I had my track IR, I wouldn't have that turned on. I feel like the game sounds are probably still a little bit high. I might have to check that after I make this delivery. This is where we're going? To the car dealer? I have actually driven one of these trucks. Kenworth W900. Oh, of course. Okay. So I should have came in from the other entrance, but we'll make it work. Just stick my nose in the garage here a little bit. Put some four-ways on. Gonna hug the garage on the left so we can clear the building. Alright, that is probably gonna be pretty good there. No, we're not skipping the parking. you gotta drive the truck, you gotta drive it. That is pretty close. Let's get out and take a look. Yeah, it's a little crooked. Let's straighten her up a little bit. We don't have a lot of room to do that, but we can do a little something here. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain trying to get it straight with the room that we're given here. We're gonna be a little bit off to the right side, but that's okay. All right, I think we're gonna call it good there. It could be better, but you can't ask for too much in a game like this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and unload it. Trailer maneuvering bonus. There we go. I'm going to take just a quick minute here to check the audio levels. Let's see. It would also be nice if I still had my track IR, which I used to have, but I don't anymore. It got misplaced in a move. Also just noticed the webcam outline was still on there, but get rid of that now. I will give them that. The thing I don't like really is the size of the cities. They are just very small. Actually, the audio doesn't sound bad at all. So we'll go ahead and continue with that. It almost sounds like the game audio might need to even come up a little bit, but you guys can let me know if you prefer it down lower or if you wanted to come up a little bit. So, okay, back into the game. This is my headquarters, apparently. A little hole in the wall garage, of course, is what everybody starts with. Pretty basic garage, may not be much, but it's a start. That's right. It's not much, but it's ours. Alright, let's get another job quick, because we know we don't have any money for a truck or anything. Let's see, we're in Bend. We need a job coming out of Bend. Bend to Medford. 56,000. That is quite high. Yeah, I was gonna say that is very heavy for most over-the-road trucks. Now, if you have them stripped down to be efficient, lightweight trailer and strip everything, including the passenger seat, out of the truck, you could probably haul that much weight. But in most cases, that's not going to be the case. Articulated trailer, standard delivery. I'm kind of curious what this one is. Let's go ahead and take it. Oh, Western Star. Not a fan of this interior. Actually, I don't think that I've driven this truck in game yet. Let's take a look at our... Oh, we got doubles. Oh, I see. Rocky Mountain doubles. This is not a thing on the East Coast. So Rocky Mountain double is a full-size trailer up front and a pup trailer in the back. The only thing you can run on the East Coast is 2 pup trailers in a double configuration. Some states also allow you to run 3 pup trailers, triples. That's, I think Ohio and Indiana let you run those only on the turnpike. But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I don't know all the rules regarding doubles and triples because I don't deal with them. Let's see. Let's turn the key on. That screen in the center of the dash there is exactly what it looks like on my truck that I drive in real life. Because Western Star is a Daimler Chrysler product, which is what Freightliner is, and that's what I drive, Freightliner Cascadia. Why does it always start you with the parking brake released? I don't understand that. But yeah, I don't have my certification to drive doubles or triples, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to come out of here and make a right. We'll swing it wide over this way, cut it back around. Oh, I was looking for an open gate. That sounds about right. The turn signal sound. Not sure what that guy's doing over there. That is a technique that I use sometimes. Sometimes you need to pull out and block one lane until the other lane is clear. I'm not 100. I don't know about these engine sounds though. They don't sound right at all to me. I don't even remember. Okay. I was gonna say I don't remember what I set for the engine brake, but that's the button. Peek up here so we can see around the corner. This looks oddly familiar. Like, railroad track sounds weren't bad. Yeah. Believe it or not, that sounds about right for the engine brake. on these. Well, the Freightliner version. They tend to get a little carried away because of the automatic transmission, the engine brake. Oh, of course, we didn't get the arrow. It's just like real life. All right, on to 97 towards Klamath Falls. Another pet peeve of mine in this game is the merge area that they give you most of the time is very, very small. And yes, it does happen, but generally not like this. You usually have a pretty good ways to speed up. And see if I can remember what I set my cruise control to. There it is. Set it to increment and decrement on these buttons. Yep. Of course, right lane ends. Now, what would have been neat for them to see is for them to have modeled the Detroit Assurance and all that system where it will slow you down to match the speed of the vehicle ahead of you and maintain a following distance. And if you get too close, it will hit the brakes for you. But that clearly is not modeled in this game. Adaptive cruise control and automatic brake assist is what it's called. I think it's part of the Detroit Assurance. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I've gotten to the point where I generally don't use the engine brake in my truck at work because I'm not a fan of the way that it's just a little aggressive for my liking. Because when you do it you use the engine brake with a manual transmission, you control when it downshifts to get more braking power. With the automatic, it just automatically downshifts on its own. So it's a little aggressive for my liking. Alright, which way are we going? We're going to stay straight on 97. Speed limit is 60. Get the cruise set again here. What I'm waiting for is American Truck Sim to come to the East Coast, but based on the way that they're doing things, it's going to take quite a while for that to happen. Now the thing about doubles is you're not supposed to back them up. It can be done if you have a lot of experience with it, but you're not going to be backing doubles into a parking spot like you would a regular single trailer. You can back them up short distances if you need to get out of a situation, but there's just way too many pivot points for it to be reliable to try and back into a dock or a parking spot or something like that. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my drink and went over the line. It happens. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the engine sounds on this truck. Please pull in, of course. Well, we knew this was going to be a heavy load, but I hope it's legal. I have no idea what the legal weight is out here for a Rocky Mountain double. That is a tight entrance to the weigh station. The scale's not even big enough. Oh, it's a single axle at a time. Okay. $102,000 gross. Apparently it's legal. The normal gross weight is 80,000, but I do know that some of these western states have different limits. Should be interesting getting back out here. Looks good this way. Oh, they got a scale going the other way too. Klamath Falls. Pretty sure this is my first time maybe my first time in Oregon at all on this game. Have been to Oregon in real life though. Several times. I've been to every state except for Alaska and Hawaii. Not sure. Let's see. What did we got? 88 miles left. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need fuel. Okay, we're gonna take 97 south. I guess if we go straight, that'll take us into Klamath Falls. Or downtown Klamath Falls. Guess that's where you'd make your pickups and deliveries in Klamath. Need to get my right or my left mirror back. There we go. Also, get rid of that. Nope, wrong button. Yep, there we go. That's what I wanted. We don't need that because we have GPS on the dash. This looks like an interesting interchange coming up. Oh yeah. This is something else of course. Not made for Rocky Mountain doubles. That's for sure. Yeah, I also don't like, I let off the brakes there and it didn't roll forward, which is not realistic because we were clearly coming down the hill. See, I guess if I continue playing this, my goal is going to be to buy the W900, of course. That's my favorite truck. One thing I do notice in this game is I don't get the same feel for speed that I do when I'm actually driving. Curious to see though where they're gonna want us to park this. If the game realizes you should not be backing up doubles. But if that's what they want, I guess we'll give it a shot. I have to say, I was a fan when I was driving over the road of the western states. They're much more scenic. I mean, we have some good scenery on the East Coast here too, but as far as I'm concerned, it's much more scenic out west. One of my favorite places when I was on the road was, there was a place in Idaho right on Interstate 80, I believe. There was a little pull off there, a scenic view, overlooking an old gold mine. That, was it a gold mine? Some kind of mine that, the area caught on fire. And it was, apparently a pretty big fire. The sign there said that the smoke from the fire could be seen from very far away. And I think that was in like the 1800s that fire happened. Oh, I see our destination is just coming onto the GPS. It'll be up here on the left, so we'll just stay in the left lane. People aren't gonna like it, but we're gonna do it because that's what makes the most sense. Medford, Oregon. What? Why is there a flag there? But it wants me to turn around. Is this simulating real world GPS? It wants you to turn around and come back and make a right into the parking lot. That's what it looks like. Trucks only, go left, okay. A little up on the curb, but we cleared the sign. You try to avoid curb shots like that, but you can't always. Alright, where are they wanting this? Right here. Perfect. Is that supposed to be a mirror? Oh, it's glass. Windows. Interesting reflection there. I guess we'll just pull her on in here like this. And they're just gonna have to deal with it. However she comes out. Good enough. Oh, we only got a 25 XP bonus for trailer maneuvering. Ooh, let's see, we can get... Oh, we can't get that yet? Can we get that? Do I want it? Long distance. I guess I can get any one of these. What do we want? Let's get a long distance. I also noticed we have a couple emails. Need money? No. New Kenworth for sale. Did we discover any yet? How do we discover that one? We started here in Bend and it came down here to Medford. I don't know how we know about this one. Oh well. New upgrades available. Got a new engine for the Mac. New engine for the Volvo. Okay. What do we got next? Here in Medford. What's coming out of Medford? We can drive a Mac. Oh, there's more doubles. Where's that going? Oh, back to Bend. Back to Bend. Gross. Lone Star. I am not a fan of the Lone Star at all. I just don't like the way it looks. This is another heavy one. And an articulated trailer. Tidbit. Empty pallets. Why is it so heavy if it's just empty pallets? I have hauled loads of empty pallets. They're usually about 39,000 pounds in a 53-foot trailer. I don't understand. I guess that would be about right if you put a second trailer on there. We could take a load of wood shavings. Do we want to go into California? Not particularly. I didn't leave anything in California. I don't need to go back. Peterbilt. Yeah. So I have been known to choose jobs based on which truck I get to drive, not so much what they make or where they're going. But I'm not sure what I want to do here. Can we just take a load out of somewhere else, maybe? That's 67, 55, 67. What happens if we take a load out of Klamath Falls? I forget. I think when you're just doing quick jobs and you're not using your own truck, I think you just get transported to that city where the job's at. Klamath Falls to Eugene, Salem, Burns. I think we'll go to Burns. Oh, that's doubles. Why are they all doubles out here? Oh well, let's take this job. Alright, while that gets loaded up, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in probably about 5 minutes. I'm gonna check to see what it's doing outside too. Okay, good. I just came back and the game decided it wanted to crash. We'll see. I guess we'll see if we can get it loaded back up. Alright, looks like we're back. Do we still have our job? Looks like it. Sawdust panels. What are sawdust panels? Oh, it's a covered wagon. Oh, 2 short covered wagons. That is a shiny truck. Not a bad looking truck though. Alright, where do we go out here? Do we exit there? Or over there? Okay, we exit to the left. Get it fired up. Horn works. Let me guess, the parking brakes are not set again? Nope, they're not. Alright. Put it in gear before you hit the gas. Always helpful when you do that. Let's get our mirror back up. And we're gonna go this way and make a right at the stop sign. Is that a UPS delivery van or Amazon? No, doesn't look like either. Just a work van. There's always something in your way that you can't see. And a pallet with a tire on it. It seems about right. Look at that old car. Alright, 45 miles an hour. Go in that parking lot. Set the cruise control. By the way, I'd like to make a public service announcement to everybody driving on the highways. When you're on a road like this doesn't really apply to roads like this, but when you're on the interstate, on the freeway, whatever you choose to call it, use your cruise control. I don't understand why people don't use their cruise control. It's very annoying when people you have people who will be doing 70 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden they're doing 60, and then 65, and then 55, and then 70 again. And it's funny though, because you can watch them, and most of the time, the reason that they slow down is because they're on their phone. Get a text message, you slow down because you're reading your text message and you don't pay attention to what you're doing. And then you're done with your text message and you speed up again. And then a few minutes later you get another message and you slow down again. It still amazes me the number of people that are either on their phone, talking on it, held up to their ear, or sending text messages, or scrolling through Facebook, watching YouTube videos while they're driving. You still see it all the time. I am not perfect. I have in the past, many years ago. I used to do it. But then I realized it's not worth the risk. Not only for getting the fines for doing it, but it's just not worth the risk, because if you cause somebody else to get hurt, then you have to live with that the rest of your life. That's the more important thing than the fines. But the fines are, especially for truck drivers, because it's a federal law for truck drivers. Even if some states don't have laws banning cell phones, many of them do now. I think there's probably still a couple that don't. Federal law prohibits truck drivers from doing anything with their phone while they're driving. You can use hands-free. A lot of the big companies have policies against even using hands-free. With that said, though, I still see many of the drivers in said companies doing it. I used to use hands-free all the time. I have 3 Blue Parrot headsets, which are very good Bluetooth headsets for in a truck. They're very good at canceling background noise. The sound quality is crystal clear most of the time. But being that I'm local now and I work nights, I don't really have too many people to talk to while I'm driving, and I don't really have too many people that I want to talk to that much. I'm not a big fan of talking on the phone in general. My phone has been permanently on silent mode, not even vibrate. It's just been on silent, completely silent for the last 6 or 7 months, since July. I got to the point where I was tired of all the notifications. If you send me a message, I'll see it when I see it. But I just don't want to be tied to my phone anymore like that. But don't get me wrong, I still do use my phone a lot for many things. But yeah, a lot of times I just put it down and I have it on silent, so I don't worry about it. This is a nice little town. I gotta pay attention to my GPS, I guess, because I keep thinking about it. I'm like, am I still going the right way? Because I'm not paying that much attention to it. I'm at a point now, because I'm a local driver, so most of the places I go to, I know where I'm going. So I don't even use a GPS when I'm driving anymore. I never have used GPS too much. I guess you could consider me old school if you want, but I still carry an atlas with me in the truck. I started driving in 2006, so GPS was available, but it wasn't. There wasn't a whole lot of truck-specific GPS available. So when I went through training, they still taught us how to read maps, which I could already do because my dad and my stepdad both became truck drivers. They weren't always truck drivers, but they became truck drivers when I was younger. And I used to spend my free time looking at maps and pretending to plan trips, and even logging trips with the logbook for hours of service and everything. Just because all I really ever wanted to do was be a truck driver. Since as young as I can remember, that was all I wanted to do. So I never really worried about college too much. I never went to college. Didn't need it for this. After high school, I just spent some time bouncing from job to job, killing time until I turned 21 when I could go get my CDL and start driving. I remember I applied with a company to go to work for them. I think it was a month or so before I turned 21, and I didn't even finish filling out the application online. And the next day they called me anyway, even though the application hadn't technically been finished. So as soon as I turned 21, I went right to truck driving school. I got trained through the company that I was going to work for, so I didn't pay anything for my training. And there are still companies that will train you in that way. You just have to find them. Or you can go to a truck driving school and get your CDL and then go to work for a company. And sometimes they'll reimburse you for some of your costs of getting your CDL. Lakeview discovered. This is I like this part of the map. I haven't been on this part of the map in ATS before. Oh, I'm supposed to turn here, see what I was saying about... Oh god, see what I was saying about not paying attention to my GPS? Luckily I didn't get rear-ended there. Yeah, I'm not used to watching the GPS. So when I was driving over the road, my trip planning process was I would use the atlas to find out which highways I was going to take to get there. And then I would check, I would use Google Maps and look at satellite view of the area that I was going to, and I used that to determine if if the road looked like it was good for trucks. And then I would also look at the facility that I was going to and try to determine where the entrance was and what kind of setup they had and what I could expect when I got there. And that process has worked very well for me. I have also been known to just call the place and try to get directions from them, which you can do in most cases. a lot of the big warehouses have automated direction lines. You can call in and choose an option in their phone system that you want to get directions, and it will just read you the directions. But New York City is an interesting place because you can't really call, in most cases from what I found, you can't really call the places in New York City to get directions because one of two things happens. If they have a car, a lot of people in New York don't even have a car. If they do, they don't drive it that much. So if they have a car and they do drive themselves to work, they likely are not taking the way that you would need to go in a truck. And the other thing that happens is they don't even drive themselves to work. They get on a train or they take the bus. So they can't give you directions. It's been about, I guess it was probably like 6 or 8 months, several years ago, driving back and forth from where I lived to New York, which can be done in one day, up and back in one day. New York City, that is, into either Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens. I've only ever been into Manhattan itself once in a truck. And they tried to put it on a 53-foot trailer, and I told them I'm not taking it because 53-foot trailers are illegal in Manhattan, even though some people still do it. They didn't want to take it off of that trailer and put it on a smaller one, a 48-foot trailer, which is legal in Manhattan. So I told them, you will put it on a 48-foot trailer or you will find somebody else to take it. And eventually they did put it on a 48-foot trailer, so I did end up taking it. And it was an interesting day getting in and out of Manhattan. I spent a lot of time on Long Island too. I actually spent the night on Long Island. I spent a night in Queens as well. Parked on the side of the road. I was delivering to Costco in Astoria. Spent the night on the side of the road there near Costco. Also done some loads to hauling windows to construction projects, whether it's new construction or remodeling. Those were interesting. You pull up and you have to wait for them. It's all hand unloaded because they had the trailer set up with plywood walls on the inside so they could screw the bracing in, and it usually took several hours for them to unload it. And it was just interesting, some of the places you had to get into with those loads and into the construction sites. Yep. Squiggly road ahead. Road textures are pretty good though. They have the crack seal lines and everything on there. Yeah, I spent I guess it was technically about two and a half years. Let's see, 2018 to, I guess it was the middle of 2020. Yeah, about 2.5 years working for PennDOT, Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, working on the roads, plowing snow in the wintertime, working on the roads in the summertime. I've done the crack sealing. You just putting tar down on the road to fill in the cracks so the water doesn't get in there and deteriorate the road even more. And that's what those little black lines are on the road. plowing snow was fun. That was probably my favorite job I ever had. But unfortunately, they don't pay very much. You have to have a CDL to do it, but they're not paying on par with what you can make as a truck driver. And I stayed for 2.5 years because I liked the job, and I only ended up leaving because it got to a point where I just needed to make a little bit extra money. So who knows, maybe I'll end up back there someday. But I'm just at a phase in my life right now where I needed the money more than I needed the job that I preferred. And sometimes those are the decisions that you have to make. Because yes, not everything is about money, but you do need money in situations. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have taken the long haul for my point upgrade. There's a nice area around here. Maybe I just want to stay around here and run shorter loads. But yeah, when I went back to driving in the middle of last year, I decided to go local because I spent 11 years on the road as an over-the-road driver, and I don't want to do that anymore. I really enjoyed it while I was doing it, but I stopped doing it for a reason. I wanted to be home more and have a life outside of the truck. Look out, Greyhound. I'm coming out, thanks. Such a nice guy. He's got a load of pipes there. Mac. Yeah, this is my kind of place. I like to be out in the middle of nowhere. I'm not a fan of living in a city. Oh, come on. Oh, now you're gonna hit the brakes. What a goofball. What a goofball. I don't know what that was all about. Saw him passing me, and then he decided he wanted to hit the brakes. I was slowing down a little bit so he could get back in front of me, but he hit the brakes too hard. I'm not going to slow down that much. Burns discovered. And now he's passing me on the right. And slam on the brakes when the speed limit dropped. Go ahead and move over here. I'm not sure where we're going to be going up here. It's kind of looking like it's going to be on the left, of course. Let's make sure we don't rear end the cop. Oh. Ooh. Classic jamming on the brakes. Alright, now we have an opportunity. Let's get back to the left while we can. There's an old combine in there. Where is the entrance? Right here. It's like Plaster and Sons. These guys are out here working late tonight. Oh, another nice pull-through spot. Building a new development here, looks like. Where do you want the... is that where you want it? Yep, that looks like where they want it. Oh, I got a $58 proficiency bonus. Not sure what that is, but okay, I'll take it. Let's get a flammable endorsement. Let's see. We got $14,000. What is the bank willing to give us? They'll give us $100,000. Should almost get us to buy a truck. We're looking for skilled drivers with their own trucks for a large number of deliveries. We offer competitive rates up to $9,100 for a job. Let's go look at some trucks. Can we go to this one? Oh, you have to own 3 trucks before you can buy online. Sure, let's travel there and visit the dealer. They'll give us a day cab for $113. $116, $127, $135, $140, $149, $149, $167. Can we knock that price down at all? We can jack that price up, but we can't. Doesn't look like we can take it down. $285 gears, huh? That is, what's it? What transmission is in here? Ten-speed. 285. Those are low or high gears, really. Commons 325, 350, or yeah, 325, 355, 375. You can run like 264s with a direct drive transmission. Alright, I think that's gonna about do it for me tonight. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna be working this evening. We'll have to see how the snowstorm goes. Like I said, it hasn't even started snowing here yet, so who knows what's gonna happen. Maybe it's just gonna miss us completely, or it's gonna start later. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here and probably head to bed shortly, just in case I do have to go to work. Alright, hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more, just let me know. I'm trying to figure out what to put on the channel other than just the ATC stuff, but if you have any suggestions, just let me know in the comments. Alright, thanks for stopping in, and have a great night. We'll see you next time. As far as the roads themselves, the roads, that's a 149, 149. Look out, Greyhound. I'm coming out, thanks. Such a nice guy.